Hey everybody, it's Elaine. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Well, today is the first Saturday of April, so you know what that means. It means it's time for an update on the collab with Cool Cakes and Crafts with Amalia. So, I made a promise, and I'm sticking to it. But before I get started on what I did accomplish in the month of March, I want to discuss a couple other things while I have the opportunity. The other day, I was on a Facebook group, and I was chatting back and forth with an individual. She had asked a question about something, and I had given my 2 cents, and we were going back and forth. Well, another lady came on board and was telling us her thoughts on it, and her name was Patricia Stubbs. So she went to my YouTube channel and subscribed and, had some lovely words for me, which I greatly appreciated. So I went and subscribed to her channel, and she recently had accomplished her 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And of course, that's what we all want. That's our first goal, is to get to those 1,000 subscribers. So anyhow, then I was poking around on YouTube one day at lunch, and she was actually on a live feed. So I popped in just to say hello. Oh, I was so tickled. Patricia, reached out to me and, gave kind words to me in front of, everybody that was on, and asked them to go and subscribe to my channel, which I'd say about 5 or so of them did. So I was really appreciative that Patricia, took time out of what she was doing and working on to give a shout out to me. So I'm going to ask everybody to give a warm hello, go subscribe, see what Patricia's up to. And, that's what it's all about. We're all in this world to help each other out. So I want everybody to go and help Patricia and, she's pretty creative. She's got some good stuff up there on her channel. So that's the first thing I want to do, is say hey to Patricia and thank you so very much. You are my newest long distance friend, and I greatly appreciate what you did for me, and I will never forget it. Sincerely. Thank you very much, Patricia. The next thing I want to talk about, which is kind of funny, is last year I did a lot of brick samples, painted them up. I left them up and down the entire East Coast last year and thought that they had all been given out. Well, guess what? I was in my car the other day digging for something. I spent a lot of time in my car. And I found 2 more, just the smaller pieces, but I did find 2 more. And so now I got to, get me a little place to stick these. These are pretty nice too, and I've said it, if you watched my video, these are nice just even to leave in a parking lot, so that when someone pulls in, this is sitting on the white line in between the parking spaces, because it's so flat you can run over and it's not going to hurt anything, and hopefully they won't bust. But anyhow, so these are going to have to be put out somewhere. I'm going to do it pretty soon, probably this next week, but I just thought it was pretty funny that here, the gift that never goes away. The next thing I want to say is I did make my 250 subscribers earlier this month. That was my goal. So if you have a minute, go check out my video. Vicky Bell was the person that I drew out of the jar to get the to win the drawing that I had when I reached my 250. So at this point, I do want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you. I made it. So now, of course, I have the next goal of 500. So again, I will have a drawing. But go watch the one that I, announced my 250. Because in there, I also put the link to where when Vicky got the gifts that I sent her, she did a video opening the box. So my video shows Vicky opening the box, and give Vicky a shout out too as well. Vicky doesn't have a whole lot of videos up, but she was so right on target with the things I gave her. And, you know, remember, you know, on the side, I kind of upcycle stuff. It does take me away from doing my art journals and stuff that I like to do, but it keeps things out of the landfill. They become useful things rather than just maybe a piece of wood laying over there or just being trashed. So anyway, go check out that video and see what Vicky got. I greatly appreciate it. The next thing before I move on is I want to remind everybody that we still do have a couple places open for the art retreat. That it's going to be August the 5th through the 8th in Scottsboro, Alabama. And if you're interested, go to Rankin Studios on Facebook, and Terry will be glad to share the information with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. From what I can tell, mostly everybody does some kind of junk journal, art journal, and it's going to be, you know, a smaller group, less than 20 people, but it's the place is beautiful. It looks out over Lake Guntersville, and also in that town, if you've ever heard of Unclaimed Baggage, which is a store I've always wanted to go to, it's also in Scottsboro, Alabama. So, you know, they say there's some good thrift stores there as well. So I did want to mention that about going to the retreat, that next retreat there in August. So, all right, well, let's get on with what I'm here for. Ha, ha, ha. Back in January, my goals were to use what I have, to not be wasteful, to finish journals I have started, to keep my workspace here organized, and to find the time to make sure that I do at least this one video a month and hopefully a video a week that I do on, you know, projects that I've done, whether they be journals or, you know, interesting goodies I find, or, you know, an upcycle project. So those were my goals. And here is what I did accomplish in March. I mailed out an ATC swap that I had been working on. I finished my quote journal. Took me 4 years, and this is it. I'm putting some Tim Holtz fabric on it, and I have finished it. And I will post a video. Hopefully, it'll go up Tuesday, and I will do a quick flip through for it. I still do have to put the back cover on this because I need to cut here for these elastic bands and all. So I'm letting the front dry before I finish. So hopefully by Tuesday, this will all be done and I'll have that video up. The next thing is I've been working on is pulling items for projects that I want to work on when I go to the May retreat. I'm only going to go for 2 days to that retreat, but I'm going to make those days work. And so I'm pulling things, actually right now, pulling things to work on in May for things that I want to give to the individuals at the retreat in August. So that's my goal right now. And then I probably will work on, I keep all kinds of scraps and stuff in file folders. So I need to maybe fussy cut some of those things down. So probably will do some of that busy work in May as well. That kind of stuff is boring to me. So it's not so bad when you've got other ladies or, you know, individuals around you and you have somebody to kind of chat with while you're doing it. And so that's what I'll hopefully be doing in May, is working on the gifts for August. And then also this month I have stained a truckload of paper, both coffee stained and tea stained. I'm trying to get enough paper stained and ready to go and things cut up that when I go in August to that retreat, all I for the most part will have to do is assemble things. And I'm working on a couple little kind of games and stuff to do for August's retreat there in Scottsboro, Alabama. So, you know, I'm working on that too. So these are the things that I pretty much have done in March. Now, I do still, have some pages to go in my Stencil Girl journal, but I've been adding things. As you can tell, I'm not really one much to sit down and complete something. I'd like to, should I say, ponder. But my problem is I have come to the conclusion that I just have so much stuff and it's not always ready to go. So I think that if I could get items cut up, ready to go, organized where I can find them, that maybe I could sit down and do a journal. Journal page, finish one. So anyway, this one, I'm not going to promise that it'll be done by May, but I'm pretty darn close. Now, my one focus was to finish the journals that I have started. So these are the journals that I have left. I'm doing this just to hold myself accountable to the group, the Collab group, and to all of you. This is a journal that I started a long time ago, and it's truly a junk journal, and I, am for the most part pretty close to being finished. There's some pages that are still, don't have much on them. So this one I might actually get done for the May collaborative. And then this one is just one that I had kind of started. I had watched a YouTube video, and she had taken packing paper and had pressed it out. So this is just a signature where I'm going to do the same. So that one doesn't really have a whole lot done to it. And then this also is a junk journal, and this one is just kind of simple, mainly just getting pages prepped and everything. But I should be able to get this one hopefully finished within the next few months. But I like the size of this one, and how I've done the cover. So that's one yet that I have to finish. And then this one, I don't quite really know what to say. Do I want to get it finished? Yeah, but I don't know what finished means. This is vinyl flooring that I'm using for the cover. Remember, upcycle, upcycle. And what I'm doing is basically just trying to find unique items that are kind of in the brown, muted kind of tones, and to put them in there, So, like, this is a bag from Panera. And, so I don't really know what to say about this one. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll have enough things in it that I'll be happy and can call it complete. But I'm always on the hunt for some different kinds of things. And I've been collecting things in here. I've got some wallpaper samples that I want to try to figure out something. I have put some coffee stained or tea stained ledger paper on the back of them. So they might go in there just as some kind of little flips and all. But, so those are still the journals that I have to finish. And then I have started gluing pages together in another book, a real book that I would like to start at some point, but I'm trying to stay focused. And our key word for this month that Amalia had asked us to do was strength. So trying to figure out what my strengths were in March, and I would have to say stay focused. Here at my art table, I was staining paper like you would not believe. I was always on the hunt for some kind of clip art to use, downloading free digitals off of Pinterest. So pretty much every day I'd have to say that I did something toward the goal of starting some different kinds of journals here in the future. Another one of my strengths is, I have to say, is keeping my promise. I promised Amalia that I would post a video the first Saturday of every month, and I'm going to keep that goal. Even if I have to do the video a little ahead and then have it scheduled to release on that first Saturday, I'm going to keep that goal. I mean, after all, one of the things that we have going for us is to keep our word, and I'm going to do that. if I were to put weakness on here, I would have to say that I don't always stay in my lane. I do get sidetracked. You know, like starting another journal, gluing another journal. You know, what do I need to do that for? You know, my promise is to finish these. But, it happens to us. So, anyway, I guess that was my March. And I think that, yeah, I probably could have done more, could have done better. But I did get one finished. Yay me. And, you know, so that's my second journal that I've actually finished. And it is only the first weekend in April. So I don't think that's too bad. One was a brand new one. And one was one that took 4 years to do. But I did it. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody. And the other people that are part of this collab are going to be listed down below under my video. So check them out. And please, you know, stop by. Give them all a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to us all, please do. Most of us out here don't have 1,000 subscribers. And as I stated, you know, that's the goal when you're a YouTuber, is at least get to that first 1,000. We kind of, you know, trying to find what people like, and we need your help. So the name of the game is to spread the word and let people know that you found someone that you really like. So again, I'm going to quit rambling, and Sissy's in the chair next to me taking the snooze, and it looks pretty comfortable. So anyhow, I appreciate it. And like I said, you know, reach out to the other individuals with the collaborative and see how they're doing on their goals. And don't forget, check out Patricia Stubbs. And if you want to come and have fun with some like-minded people, go to Rankin Studios and see about the retreat that's coming up in August. I greatly appreciate all of you checking me out, and there will be more down the road. Like I said, Tuesday I'm going to try to post this journal and let you see what it's taken me so darn long to do. And I appreciate it if you come by and check it out. So anyhow, see you down the road, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.